Absolutely. And up next, we have the second of the Men's Cup semi-finals between UBB and Tradition YCAC. This game will determine who will play the Pac Barbars in the grand final later tonight. Two teams that have shown real prowess today with some fantastic running rugby, so we'll be in for another sensational one today, Gordon.
Yes, well, the UBB, they've had a lot of close games. They won their quarterfinal by 14-0. They beat Tropics in the quarterfinal, and here they are in the semi-final against Tradition YCAC.
And Carl Dixon, the referee, gets us underway as Tradition take the kick-off well and look to get a little bit of width there. But it's messy in the back, advantage to UBB. As Higueras gets it wide across to Migno. Higueras again. UBB really expensive in these wide channels. Great little chip over the top. And he's got a whole lot of pace as well. And he gets it over. Gagnac with a try. He'll have a chat with his AR because there might have been a little push. Unfortunately, there was. So Tradition YCAC get out of danger there with a penalty.
Yeah, well, Gagnac, who scored 2 tries against Braselli in the quarterfinal, try against Valleys as well. Looked as though he was going to get another there, but a little push in the back.
Yeah, extremely competitive, Gagnac, and just a little bit too much there. So Tradition punch that one down to the 40 and get a line out here to set a platform for this back line.
Very big forward pack for Bordeaux, UBB. Union of Bordeaux Beg.
Nick Shushan gets it in. Good footwork there, met with a strong defence from UBB. But Tradition happy to truck it up in the midfield.
It's a time for them to settle down now after that, what could have been an early setback. And here's a guy who's been almost the player of the tournament.
Vi, absolutely sensational, gets it across, and they've got pace on the outside, and he just keeps fighting. They can't put him down. He's going to get over the line.
Held up.
Held up is the call, but fantastic work there from Tradition. He just kept marching forward, and they couldn't put him down. Was that Cam Church, I believe?
It was, after Kitty Vi made the initial break to open them up.
So UBB have to drop it out from their own goal line as Cam Church collects the kick and looks to put width on it. Good quick passing there from Tradition. Vi again. Being a real menace in attack, Vi. Looking to straighten nicely there is Fona. As Hawkins gets a little offload away, but it bumbles forward, and the advantage to UBB turns into a penalty.
They're just being frustrated there by the Frenchman. So they down the Valley Broncos early on, 40-5. Braselli Barbars 33-21. The Pac Barbars 14-10. And then that quarterfinal victory by 14-0. They've been prepared to play more of a 15s game up front.
UBB failed to get that one into touch, so Tradition have an opportunity here on the other side of the field through Fingia Anuku, and he just settles it down at the halfway. The crossfield kick goes in by Hawkins. Vi collects that nicely, and he's got a whole lot of pace, does Vi. Just striding into the corner and dots it down. Sensational work from Kiti Vi.
Well, he is the leading try scorer in the tournament. He was the one we're saying he's probably favourite to be most valuable player at this stage, but they've got to go all the way to the final. But that's his 7th try of the tournament, and his dad played in the World Cup in 1991 for Western Samoa, where they made the quarterfinal. So it's a famous family, And Kiribai, his brother Cody, is in the New Zealand 7s team as well.
A true talent, as we see Dan Hawkins looking to push this one over from the sideline. A difficult kick, and unfortunately goes away to the left. So it's going to be 5 for tradition YCAC, and UBB need to come back here if they want to get into this grand final. Look at the pace there from Kiti Vai. World class.
Well, he starred in the 2023 Cup final, the win for Tradition YCAC, and he was unlucky not to get player of the tournament.
Dawkins looks to go long. Well taken. And an option here. Oh, and they've got a whole lot of space. Good feet there from the number 11, Gagnac. And he does it himself. What a way to retaliate.
That's his 4th try of the tournament, and he was the one who almost scored in the opening minute. And what electric pace he showed. Really exposing the fullback.
Absolutely fired up for this Men's Cup semi-final, and doing really well there off the kickoff, finding the 2-on-1, and the absolute speedsman on the side. And the kick goes across the post as well. So YBB are in 7 to Tradition's 5.
So UBB, they've been semi-finalists in the top 14 and 15 aside. Look at the speed of this man and the little jink off his right foot. Express train. But yeah, Bordeaux have been semi-finalists in the top 14 in 21, 22 and made the final in 23.
Absolutely brilliant as Tradition. Dawkins does a little spin move, takes it into the centres as they look to come back blind. Good collision there from Rush. Oh, met in a strong defensive effort, and it bobbles on the UBB side. But a slight knock on, and it's an advantage to Tradition, so they spin it wide through Dawkins, and a little pop back on the inside. Pops it up nicely again to Dawkins, as Sakudu is under a lot of pressure. Manages to clean that one up, and Vi gets the pass out wide, but it doesn't go to hand. They manage to clean it up though. Oh, and fantastic defensive effort there from UBB as the big man, Matt Matic, trucks it up forward.
That was Gagnac who pulled off that tackle you mentioned.
Oh, what a defensive display here from UBB, putting all sorts of pressure, turning defence into attack.
But now there's an overlap.
And Vi gets the balls in his hands. This man's electric. And he goes all the pace in the world. Look at that, dancing. And fending. Look at him go. Oh my God, you are joking. This kid is unbelievable.
Wowee. Kitty Vi goes over for his 8th try of the tournament, and that was from about 65 metres out, solo.
He is absolutely electric.
Muhammad Ali would have been pleased with these fend-offs.
Look at that. Get away from me. The big man with his knees high, so hard to stop, down that tram line, and just casually dots it down, easy as you like.
So a minute and a half before the break, and boy, have we seen some spectacular tries in these 2 Cup semi-finals so far. YCAC now leading 10-7, but no conversions from both tries.
It's all action down here at the Tradition Hong Kong Football Club 10s, the best 10s in the world. And Dawkins, with a difficult conversion, pushes that one wayward again. So Tradition, YCAC now in front, 10 plays 7. And we've got a minute to go in this first half as Tradition look to push this one deep.
Oh,
fantastic defensive effort there from Rob Rush.
Yeah, that was a big mistake, running into Rob Rush and also Suakuru. Rob, his brother Brady, playing in the New Zealand Sevens team over the weekend at the new stadium. You've had a little look at it. It looks absolutely amazing.
The new YCAC Stadium is really impressive, as a lot of people here in Hong Kong have come for the first ever Sevens in this brand new purpose-built stadium. It's going to be a fantastic event. Make sure you get on down there, as tradition look to launch a fantastic attacking opportunity here deep in the UBB heart. But unfortunately, holding on is the call.
Well, this match living right up to its billing. And physical prowess of both forward packs. Tradition with just a 3-point advantage as we're right on halftime.
UBB not opting to go into the halftime spell. They want to score another one before the half. So let's see what sort of attack they can launch from this line out. Is the big man Royston there, looking to set the line out. And Royston gets it himself in the front. Good little option there as UBB put a bit of width on the ball now. Good feed after contact, hard to put away. But a strong counter ruck there from Tradition. UBB, oh, Tradition, it pops up there for Cam Church as White decides to take a much needed break. And what a fantastic opening half here in the second Men's Cup semi-final.
Well, it's been an absolute war at the breakdown. The clean out from both sides. There's been a lot of poaching. Very, very physical. Big men in the UBB Bordeaux side. But certainly Tradition YCAC matching everything thrown at them, and they enjoy this 2-try-to-1 advantage at halftime.
I've been really impressed with how both of these teams have played this game in really good spirits and with some exceptional showcase of skill. Very similar to the first semi-final, Gordon.
Yeah, most definitely. These, I've got to say, these two sides probably both a bit bigger than the Pig Athletic Club, who showed a lot of their fleet-footedness with their smaller men. But certainly this is a real war of two powerhouses in this Hong Kong 10s Tradition tournament. And Tradition, by the way, their water boy, their head water boy, is the tournament and team sponsor, Adrian Bell, who is the CEO of Asia and Pacific for Tradition. A wonderful supporter of the tournament. The Yokohama Country and Athletic Club, 18 players in each squad, and yeah, the Hong Kong Football Club now has been going for 135 years, and they'll be very proud of what we're seeing here today.
Absolutely, the best 10s tournament in the world is living up to all the hype, and what a showcase down here at the Hong Kong Football Club as we look to get the second half of this Men's Cup semi-final underway.
Well, it was very tight in the first Cup semi-final, with Pig Athletic Club causing an upset down in Shogun Rugby, and now Tradition YCAC.
Howling gets us underway with a good contestable kickoff, and it's really well taken there from Armstrong, putting Tradition hot on attack in this opening half. Good, strong contact there from Tradition, making a lot of meters as Hawkins offloads that nicely. Big pass, well taken down there from Matic. Another good pass there from White, gets it across to Pieta. Oh, great fend, and he goes under there, Terrell Pieta.
Well, we've seen some amazing palm-offs, haven't we, in this match? And this time, Terrell Pieta, who played in the Hong Kong 10s last year, with YCAC from Northland, and also a member of the wider Blues squad. He's just scored his second try of the tournament.
Too big, too strong. An unfortunate kick there from Tradition, so they don't get the extra 2. But YCAC starting to pull ahead, and they've just broken that all-important 7 points. 15 plays 7 down here at the second men's semi-final for the Cup.
A very impressive finish there by Tradition YCAC. The oldest rugby club in Asia, one of the oldest active rugby clubs in the world, founded 160 years ago.
Well taken there from Toulouse. And, met in another massive collision there from the try scorer. Bit of width and a bit of footwork. It's messy, but they get it back on the UBB side. Under a lot of pressure here. Tradition really turning it up in defence and putting another massive shot in. As Cam Church looks to hold him up. Get the offload away through to Migno.
Just so physical in those breakdown skirmishes.
Absolutely. And UBB doing all they can to get it down into the backfield, but it lands in the hands of Dan Hawkins, who puts a little bit of width on it to Armstrong. Gets it across to Keelan, who chases his own kick, but a valiant effort there in the backfield. But it gets barreled into touch.
Great work by Higueras, little Tom Higueras, smallest man on the field, but showing a lot of courage.
Plenty of heart there, but they're not out of the danger zone yet, UBB. Tradition have a strong attacking platform here. As they look to launch these massive players across their back line. Hawkins gets it across. Really good, strong work there from Forbes. Diving through the ruck, the advantage to Tradition. And a little pick and go is the options as it gets passed across, throws it out the back. No advantage played. So Carl Dixon is going to give Tradition a penalty right in front of the sticks. It'll be interesting to see what they do here.
Yeah, well, we've got 6.5 to go. It's a straightforward 3 points if they want it, although nothing's straightforward in a big game like this with a drop kick attempt. How confident are they? This would give them an 18-7 lead.
Dan Hawkins points to the posts, so they will go for it. Go for this 3 points. Really important, and also starts bringing the clock down. Yeah, lovely touch there from Hawkins to push them out to 18, plays 7 down here in the Men's Cup semi-final.
And remember last year that Tradition lost the semi-final to Shogun in injury time when they failed to kick the ball dead 2 minutes into injury time, and then they scored in the corner, Shogun, and kicked the conversion from touch.
I do remember that. A lot of drama here last year. Will it be the same this year?
11-point cushion now for Tradition YCAC.
Howling with another big kickoff, and that one gets bobbled forward by UBB. So a scrum in the UBB half, another attacking opportunity.
Little bit of trivia with Sam Howling, the scrum half, and the other scrum half, Sam Wyatt. They're both dating twin girls from the same family.
There you go. Fantastic insight.
Carl Dixon's really been right on top of this very tough fixture. Very willing, particularly at the breakdown.
Absolutely. World-class referee Carl Dixon, just off the back of doing a Six Nations test. And massive straight running there from Curtis Reed. Really direct, getting this Tradition team on the front foot as Forbes looks hard to put away. Howling gets it across again, and Tradition are hot on attack here. as Pieta gets it to Dickens, finds it across to Armstrong, gets it wide to Reed. Reed with a bit of footwork, gets it back on the inside, but bobbles it forward.
Matic couldn't hold on. That would have been the end of the section for UBB. So they're still alive, trailing by 8 with 3.5 minutes to go. But they need to get up the other end of the field. They need a 5-pointer. There still could be another twist in this game.
Absolutely, but you do feel that tradition, YCAC has turned up the wick in the second half, putting a lot of pressure on, playing in the right end of the field, keeping UBB deep inside their own half, making it so difficult for them to get an exit.
They've got Gagnac out here on the wing. He's probably the fastest man on the field.
And they look to get the ball into his hands with a whole lot of pace there. Good little footwork in the contact. Has he got the support? He does.
This guy's good too.
Cameron Beery puts a little kick in. It bobbles up. It's messy, but it falls back on the UBB side, and they've got options here. And it's Napti who settles it down, and a big waiting pass and a little knock, but it's gone backwards, says Carl Dixon. Play on is the call.
How did you see it?
Gagnac goes into contact, and the penalty awarded to UBB. Quick tap taken by Van der Nest. Finds the big pop, Charalambous. Picks, goes himself to Hainoya. Met in a strong collision though, manhandled by the tradition forward back. Across to Migno.
They need the 5-pointer here, UBB, and they're still alive.
Good little feet there from Van der Nest. Kicks through. And play on is the call. A bit scrappy though. And he...
Yeah, I think that's the end of it. That might have been their last chance. And it was fatigue really that set him with that bobbling ball on the ground. You could see all the bench players here in front of us. Ash just throwing their hands up in the air in frustration.
Yeah, and it would be frustrating, but UBB have been sensational in this tournament so far, and they've come up with some really good tries, but tradition too strong today, but they don't manage to get that penalty cleared, so it lands in the hands of Cameron Beery, and he puts a bit of width on. Can UBB do enough here?
Well, that was a bad mistake not getting the touch.
He goes himself. Does. Oh no, they're going to go back. It's getting really heated down here as the quick tap gets taken by Napti. Another penalty going the way of UBB.
Inside the last minute.
What have UBB got here for their fans? Tradition, so strong on defense. They look to put this one to the side. Another massive collision. And another penalty.
This has got to be, there's got to be a yellow card here somewhere, hasn't there?
Yep.
Repeated infringements.
Carl Dixon throws up the yellow. So 10 plays 9. And tradition still putting in the big shots. As Higueras goes wide, the little chip across.
Ugly,
but lands in the hands of Gagnac. Double step and gets over the line. The UBB fans have something to celebrate.
They've got to quickly have the conversion. There's only seconds remaining. They want the restart.
So they quickly try and nudge this one over to lose, but unable to convert.
They need a converted try then in the dying seconds.
There is time for the kickoff from Carl Dixon. So last play, and it's all on down here in the second men's cup semi-final. Hold on to your hats, team.
Tradition 18-12. Oh, they haven't won the 10.
No!
That is certainly it. Oh, what a horrible mistake that is.
Really unfortunate. So it's going to be a free kick, and you'd imagine they'll tap this and boot this one deep into the grandstand.
You called it, onto the roof.
And Tradition YCAC are going through to the men's grand final to play the Pig Athletic Club Barbarians. What a sensational matchup that's going to be, Gordon.
It certainly will be, and no mistakes this time from Tradition YCAC after the heartbreak last year when they had the game won against Shogun. But Tradition YCAC have downed the Frenchmen, UBB by 18-12.
Really fantastic showcase of 10s rugby down here. Very much looking forward to that Men's Cup final, 8:15 local time here in Hong Kong. If you're about and you've just finished work, come on down to the football club for what is going to be a true masterclass of 10s rugby. But up next, we've got the Women's Bowl final.